Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time watching, welcome to Kiellie's World. Yay. So in this video, I will be dedicating it to my subscribers. I've gotten a few questions that I would like to address. So if this is something that you would be interested in, please stick around. Before I continue, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Great. Now let's get into it. The first question that I have is, how much did I pay to come on this program? Now, this program is free. It's free. Totally free. It's not like the J1 program where you have to pay an agency to come on the program or for them to seek a school for you or anything like that. It's totally free. So if it is that you encounter any agency that is telling you that, listen, I can give you a job, just pay me this, no, do not do it. Not that I am bashing any upcoming agency, but at the end of the day, I'm just making you aware. Okay, so if you encounter any such agencies, just send me a message, okay, and I will try my very best to see if I can link you on to someone, a recruiter actually, that can provide you with the opportunity of coming here without you having to worry about paying any money. Now, the second question that I have gotten is, what is the breakdown cost to come to China? Now, in regards to the breakdown cost, to be honest, I think that it's inexpensive, but then again, I guess that's relative, right? Because what I may deem as expensive may be deemed as inexpensive to someone else and vice versa. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what I paid, and then you can determine whether or not it's expensive or not. Now, in total, I think I paid about $25,800. Now, the $25,800 covered my non-criminal record, because in my initial video I mentioned that because of the urgency I had to pay $8,000, which is for the next day service. If it is that you're not in a hurry, you can pay for the 21 days, which is $3,000, and the 5 days, the express, which is it's $6,000. Sorry, $6,000. So yes, so $8,000 for my non-criminal record. Then I also had to pay $1,500 to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to authenticate both my degree and my police record. In addition to that, I paid $5,600 to the Chinese embassy for them to also authenticate the documents that I authenticated at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the next cost that I incurred was for the visa, which was $7,600. And finally, the medical. So yes, the medical, you know, if you have a medical, if you have insurance, then you may pay $1,500, $800. It depends on the coverage on your card. But yes, I paid about $1,500, if not less. Oh, sorry, one more thing I paid for my TEFL. So there is something I paid in total, so it's not expensive. The next question is, how do I send money back home? Now, let me tell you, the very first time I made an attempt to send money home was like, it had me in tears. It was frustrating, it was tedious, and language barrier, that was just a problem that I was like, listen, I cannot bother. But gradually it got easier, and luckily I'm able to share the information with you, so if you decide to come here, it will be much easier for you. Now, there are many ways in which it is that you can send money back home. Initially I used Western Union. So in order for me to actually have a send through Western Union, it would mean that I need to create an account with a bank, postal savings bank. So I did that and I was able to send through Western Union. Another method is wire transfer. So if it is that you have an account, which you will have an account, then you can actually go to your bank and have them wire transfer the money. Another one is Swapsy. Now Swapsy, if it is that you have a US visa, you can create an account using your US visa, and basically what it does is if you want to get US and there is someone that wants RMB, then you are able to swap currencies. So once you swap, it will go to your account and vice versa with the person. Okay, and then PayPal. So I've never used PayPal, but I've heard of persons used it and it was successful, where you create an account, a Chinese account, a Chinese PayPal account, and you will be able to send from your Chinese account to your Jamaican or your other PayPal account, basically. Another one is if it is that you have a Chinese friend that you trust, then you can ask them to send through Alipay. So I'm sure you may use that at a minimal, because no one really wants to be a bother. Not necessarily saying that you will be, but personally it wouldn't be something that I will be continuously doing. And also, not finally, but also there are Jamaican entrepreneurs here who have discovered the demand for such service and decided that they're going to start it. So you can decide to send through those Jamaicans. And what I currently use now is I have a friend who is actually doing business here. So what I do is I just provide him with the RMB, and he basically just lets it reach whoever I want it to reach, or if it is that I need to have it deposited to my account, then he will do it. So that's more convenient for me. So yes, that's how I send money back home, and those are some of the ways in which it is that you can send money back home. The other question that I got is, what are some tips that I would use or I would give? What are some tips that I would give in regards to savings? Well, for me personally, from Jamaica days, me love my partner. Like, I want to ensure that I'm in a partner. So that's really a way of saving for me. Now, what I have been doing is that I basically just send home everything. Like, I send home most of my money, and I'm only left with like 2,000 RMB here, which, to be honest, is not good, is not safe at all. And so this time around I'm going to be using another approach. Fortunately, in my school they created a new account for me, so what I'm going to do is I am going to actually designate one of my accounts to just save, and the other I can use it for my expenses. So initially it worked for me. Fortunately, I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. I didn't have any emergencies that I need to get funds immediately, so it worked for a time. But looking into things, I mean, based on this pandemic, I've realized that, listen, it's important for me to have funds here, just in any event that there's an emergency, I can readily have money to say, okay, do this, I do that, etc. So yes, so that's just basically what I can say about savings. Basically what I'm saying is prioritize. The final question that I have is how to seek employment directly with the school as opposed to through an agency. Now, it can be difficult, especially if it is that you are not already in China. However, it is possible. Now, there are independent agencies, or should I say recruiters, where they basically just recruit for the school at a fee, and that's just it. You don't have to worry about them deducting any money from you nor anything like that, nor you don't have to worry about them being responsible for your salary. Your school will pay you directly. It's just that that particular agency will get a fee from you. Have to ensure that once you're speaking with whichever recruiter, you understand that, listen, is this person just a one-time and independent recruiter where it's going to be where they recruit me and that's it, or will they be responsible for my salary? So it really depends on where you search for employment also. So you can go on LinkedIn, you can go on Glassdoor, because you do have times when the school will put out an ad, say they want a teacher. It may be tedious, or it may be a bit difficult, but it can happen. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if it's a case where you need help seeking employment, you can definitely send me a message. You can send me a message on my IG page, which is Kiellies_world. So that's KIELLES_world. I also like to give a shout out to an entrepreneur. The business page is The Wire Mobile Detailing. So I will attach the link in the description, and I will also insert a short clip just to give you an idea of what the service is about. And if it is that you have any questions, please remember to leave a comment, or you can message me, and subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for watching.